सो हाय एवरीवन। आज मैं एक बहुत ही स्पेशल गेस्ट के साथ हूँ. A boy who is very, very humble despite the achievements that he has secured. It's overwhelming to meet him and मैं ज़रूर चाहूँगी कि हम इस बच्चे के साथ और उस टाइम स्पेंड करें और देखें what makes him who he is. He is none other than Dr. Debayan Banerjee. He is rank 4 May INI-CT, and to me, he feels like my yesterdays. So I would definitely want to bring a day in the life of Debayan to everyone and to know what makes him so unique and what makes him so cool. So welcome everyone. Hi Debayan. It's a special day for me meeting you here face to face yet again.
Likewise, ma'am, it's always a pleasure to meet you and Dr. Somesa. You're such sweet people, always very comforting, and I'm very happy to be here once again.
Same here. और मुझे Debayan आज जब मैं याद कर रही हूँ सबसे पहले I remember the day when we met in the Grey Matter quiz, and no doubt you were great on that day as well. But मुझे जो बात एक याद रही थी कि जब मैं आपसे बात कर रही थी, despite knowing कि आप अच्छे बच्चे हो, you have always been in the top. You were so polite. There was no arrogance. There was this immense, I would say, respect that you had. तो मुझे लगता है आप what makes you such a sweet person. पहले मैं यहाँ से शुरू करूँगी because जब भी हम टॉपर्स की बात करते हैं तो एक ऐसा लगता है कि उनमें एक एक arrogance होता है, या कभी कभी they know that they are good and sort of this thing, but how आप अभी छोटे भी हो, actually life humbles you. हम सबको life humble कर देती है, but आप अभी छोटे हो, so what keeps you so humble and so nice?
Well, I think the reason for my humility is because of my parents. मम्मी ने हमेशा से बचपन से सिखाया कि always be humble.
That's right.
बड़ों की respect करो. अच्छे बहुत लोग होते हैं, but I feel a good person is one जिनमें अच्छे knowledge या अच्छे पढ़ाई के साथ he is a good person as well. मम्मी ने हमेशा वही सिखाया है. तो I try to make that my kind of the motto of my life कि हमेशा से I feel humility बहुत ही important चीज़ है.
So very nice.
अच्छे पढ़ने वाले तो बहुत है, but I feel a good person is a rare thing.
Oh, you have my heart now. That is so true. बहुत I think hats off to your mother, क्योंकि no doubt she has raised a great boy, but the kind of values जो हैं वो that'll add to you being a great doctor. You're intelligent, bright, but also when we meet a doctor, there is this persona that we talk about which brings calm and which makes us feel that we are in the right hands, so that's great. So keep that going. I think वो आपके nature में ही है. I'm sure you will. Debayan, हम सब when we talk about a topper तो सारे पूछते हैं कि ये क्या खाते होंगे, ये कितना पढ़ते होंगे, कितना सोते होंगे, कुछ और करते होंगे, they want to know in and out of your life, and in fact मैं भी जानना चाहूँगी, right? So पहले मुझे ये बताओ कि you're someone who's traveled a lot, है ना? You were born in Vizag?
Actually, I was born in the city of Nagpur.
Okay.
So, it adds another city.
Fine.
So, from Nagpur, we moved to Visakhapatnam, where I have stayed for a considerable amount of time. All my schooling is from the city of Vizag.
Okay.
Absolutely love that city.
Oh, yeah. I've been there a couple of times. It's beautiful, yes.
Beautiful small town.
Yes.
And, post that, I took decided on going to Mumbai for my MBBS. So again, another city had it.
Oh, slow down. Yes. We'll reach to Mumbai. So yes. So now you have to tell me, Debayan, जब हम 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th में पहुँचते हैं, did you always know you wanted to be a doctor?
Well, not very exactly, but हमेशा से ही I had an interest, मतलब biology में interest था, तो that kind of instinctively kicked in when जब मैं 10th में था, that I told my parents कि हाँ मुझे doctor बनना है.
Okay. And did it go well with them?
They were initially a little surprised because my father is an engineer by profession, so he was like कि engineering में पढ़ सकते थे, तो I was like नहीं मुझे पढ़ना है, तो they were like challenges आएंगे, I hope you're ready to face. मैं बोला ठीक है पढ़ते हैं.
I know. इससे मुझे भी मेरी बात याद आती है कि I am the only doctor in my family, just like you told me so, and everybody in my family is an engineer. And जब मैंने उन्हें पहली बार बताया था, so everyone just started counseling me that are you okay? Are you sure you want to go that long way? And I know they take it in a surprise.
But my family was always supportive of any decision I make. They gave me the complete freedom to make the decision.
Right.
So 11, 12 was the time I decided on taking PCB. So that's where that click happened, and okay, yet here I am. I hope it's a good decision. I feel in retrospect.
Yeah. And is it a good one?
Yeah, I feel.
Great. And so you pursued your MBBS from KEM, am I right? Yes. How's the journey been?
Well, it's been nothing short of roller coaster, I would say. That would be a correct word to put it, because I was coming to a city like Mumbai. It's a big city. I'm originally from a small city of Vizag, so it's definitely a big change going to a big bustling city like Mumbai. And especially more important is the fact that I was away from home first time in the hostel. So me as well as my parents were a little anxious about the fact that how I would able to be coping up with the hostel life.
I get it.
But initially I would not say it has been smooth all along. Initially there were the bumps, there were a little bit of homesickness. But that gradually weaned off as I progressed in my MBBS. Again, of course, we had the coronavirus pandemic.
Yes, unfortunately.
We had to be in homes for quite some time. So, again, I, of course, spent that time very well with my family. But yes, as after that, as I went back to college, I got acclimatized, and my family too has, now been adjusted to the fact that now it's a thing where I've adjusted well. So, ready to go on to the next chapter.
Absolutely. And the next chapter is, equally or even more amazing, from one of the best places for MBBS. I mean, KEM is, known for its academics and everything and the excellence that they provide. And now you're coming to another great institute, and that is All India Institute of Medical Sciences, and coming there with a bang. Are you ready for the change again?
Yes, firstly, I would just take a moment to thank my alma mater, St. J.S. Medical College and KEM Hospital. The institute has been nothing short of brilliant and excellent in providing me, my hard work aside, all the preparation I've done aside, but the college has a definitely very great atmosphere, great teachers, great faculty, great hospital, great patients. Great group of friends, not to forget them, and I'm sure it has played a very important part in what I am today and hopefully what I will be in future.
Great. So थोड़ा सा कुछ मराठी हो जाए?
Okay, चालेल.
Okay, कुछ थोड़ा सा एक thank you message to
मी मला सगळे मित्रांना खूप खूप धन्यवाद देतोय की ते माझ्या जर्नी मध्ये मला सपोर्ट केला होता. आणि ते मला मराठी शिकवलं होतं, तो I hope this is a tribute to them in one way.
Oh, that's really sweet. I think I did understand quite a bit of it. It was a thank you message, right?
Yeah.
Great.
जितनी आती थी छोटी मोटी उसमें बोल दी.
बहुत अच्छे. I know that everyone, the average performers are in stress. The underperformers are in stress. Today I want to know a deep secret. Are toppers also in stress?
Well, that depends from situation to situation. Everyone has their own stresses, their own worries, their own goals, their own targets. So yes, I would not say I was a very chill person all the time. Everyone in MBBS, I feel, goes through those stressful moments, and I feel those are the ones which shapes us in what we are to be in the future. So stress तो होता था.
Stress होता था. ठीक है. So आज the Bayan, I want to take this opportunity and know from you that what goes into making who you are, right? You have been studying on the app with us. You've been a part of Ultimate App Life course as well, and you've been an online T&D student as well. I want to know, कि बहुत सारे बच्चों को self study उतना आसान नहीं लगता करना. right? Because the entire onus is on you, how you do it, how you keep up with it. So मुझे दोनों चीज़ें आपसे जाननी है दिवायन, that what are the secrets, how did you cope up, कैसे आप, अगर आप याद करो, you started with us when you were a third year student, right? And how did you evolve in the journey? I think ये बहुत ज़रूरी है, because आज की डेट में things is changing, कभी pandemic होता है, कभी कुछ होता है, कभी war जैसा scenario होता है, and each one of us should learn to be with ourselves and yet stay, I would say, committed to the cause, है ना? So वो कैसे कर पाए आप over a span of 3 years?
Well, matlab, I always had that strategy in mind that I always like to start things a little early.
Okay.
That has always been my goal. Doing any task, I don't like to leave it till the last minute.
So start well in time.
Yeah, start well in time so that you don't are under a lot of pressure. You're not under a lot of pressure. You're working well. You're in a good space of mind.
Yeah.
So even coming to the preparation for the entrance exam, I feel if someone is starting early, they are at a much better space or at a much better mindset. As they progress along, preparing for the exam. So, and one more thing I feel is that it is important to take one day at a time, because, each day brings with it a different set of challenges, a different set of tasks, a different set of responsibilities. So I feel it is important to, plan one day at a time and, ensure that you're doing your bit every day, so that, when that thing adds up, it gives you a good cumulative amount of hard work and, maybe reaps you success in future as well.
Well said. I've always met two kinds of students. एक होते हैं जो nth moment तक उसको defer करते हैं. ऐसा नहीं है कि वो achieve नहीं कर पाते, वो भी achieve कर पाते हैं. And then I've met the ones who are very meticulous and stress नहीं लेते हैं, धीरे धीरे bit by bit करते चलते हैं, and you don't even know कि when the exam is there, they're all just set. I think you belong to this other category, if I am right. है ना? So मुझे बताओ, what are the advantages of going that way, where you're well planned? आप क्या अपने दिन के targets हमेशा से decide करते थे, या you played along the day and you just took it one day at a time? तो वो थोड़ा सा help people decide कि वो कौन सी category में है and what are the pros and cons?
Well, I think, you have very rightly mentioned that, like, there are some people, who in the last few days, that brings the best out of them.
Yeah.
There are some people in whom the pressure brings the best out of them.
Yes.
So, everyone has their own mindset. But, I was always a person who, kind of took it a little in advance, took some time to prepare, made it up. But, I would not say that I'm a very, very rigid planner as well, because each day, has its own set of challenges. So, I'm more of a go with the flow kind of person.
Right.
So I was आज उठा हूँ तो आज ये कर सकते हैं, तो I'll try to do this. ठीक है, नहीं ऐसा भी नहीं है कि हर दिन सब कुछ होता था. There used to be some days where आज ठीक है मन नहीं कर रहा है, कि ठीक है आज इतना मूड नहीं है, तो I used to make sure that अगर किसी दिन मूड नहीं है तो किसी दिन थोड़ा और मूड बढ़ा के उसको खत्म कर लूँ.
Fair play. क्योंकि as you said, it's just one day at a time. और the thing is कि एक दिन नहीं होगा, मगर अगले दिन you are back in form and you keep it going. Also, Devayan, you've been doing the Ultimate App Live classes, and I think that's a good mid path.
Yeah.
है ना? मतलब in the sense कि आप कर भी रहे हो, but not completely by yourself. You have a schedule, you have a live class, you have a teacher coming up. तो मुझे लगता है कि बहुत ही अच्छा मिडिल पाथ है, जिसमें एक लिमिटेड नंबर ऑफ आवर्स हैं, बट यू आर विद समवन, थोड़ा सा गाइडेंस भी है, थोड़ा सा सेल्फ स्टडी भी है. So can you tell how would you spend your day? Let's start back in third year. कैसे हमने, how did we take it forward और कैसे किया?
Well, ma'am, a typical day when I was in third year used to be like, I used to be an early riser in my 12, but MBBS में आदत छूट गई थी, तो I used to wake up at around 7:38. सुबह lectures होते थे, used to go to the postings in most of the days, so like used to be occupied till around maybe 12:31, maybe another hour of lecture in the afternoon. So by the time it was 3 or 4 in the evening, used to be back in the hostel.
Okay.
So that was the time when I used to rest for a bit, maybe maybe an hour or so. Then uske baad, then I just used to open the app. Some days I used to obviously be tired, so in those days I used to just choose an easy topic.
Yeah.
ठीक है, आज दिमाग उतना साथ नहीं दे रहा है, तो we'll do something easy. In the other days, I just took a note of the schedule of the classes which were there.
Right.
I tried to attend the live whenever the class was live, because the teacher used to be live, and we could have interacted in a one-on-one fashion as well.
Yeah.
So that from maybe 4:35 in the evening, after a quick snack, maybe I used to sit with the app, start with the lecture, because I think the lectures also used to be around
at the same time. Yes.
Because most of the people can attend it. So
yes.
It used to get completed around just before dinner, I feel.
Yes.
So, had a good 3 hours of study. So after that, after dinner, I just used to flip through my notes once again.
Okay.
To, just get a hang of the thing which I have learned in the last 3 years, and then maybe have some fun time with friends, talk to family, and then sleep.
Great. So I think that's the benefit of starting early. We can go at a pace जहाँ पे हम बहुत hurried नहीं हैं. We can go topic by topic. We can go concept by concept. And I think वो बहुत ज़रूरी है looking at the current pattern as well, Debayan, है ना? What would you want to say कि अभी हमने देखा इन्हीं set का paper है, and it was a lot conceptual, a lot of things which needed basics. है ना? So what would you say? एक चीज होता है कि शॉर्ट में करेंगे, खत्म करेंगे, and एक है you go intensive but you play with consistency. So yeah, I feel preparing for exams in today's time is more like playing a test match. If you would like to give an analogy, right?
You need to back your basics, because basics are a very strong hold, and basics are something you don't revise. You build on them once,
and then it's like done and dusted.
It's done and dusted, and it stays with you. It's
right.
It's nothing that it's not a fact that you forget at times. So I would say if someone is having a little bit of time, take some time to build those basics, because those basics once are built, it becomes a stage where you can always stand firm and always go up from there. So that's always been the thought process, and I feel that people who do that will of course reap success in these exams, because these exams tend to test things in such a way that they test the concept rather than a particular fact.
I agree.
They see that how well you understand a particular thing. So I feel if someone is preparing keeping that in mind, I feel that this would be a good way to go about it.
Yeah, I agree. क्योंकि मैंने देखा है even if they ask facts, तो वो इस तरीके से पूछ जाते हैं कि वो clinically कैसे useful होंगे. It's not just a value, but how is that value important in terms of maybe diagnosis, maybe patient management, maybe some other aspect of it. But it is always a clinically used fact as well.
I'd also like to say that your experiences during your postings and maybe your discussion during your clinical postings do also play a part in these exams, because a lot of the times when you talk to the resident doctors or to your teachers, your professors in the college, they tell certain things which tend to stay with you. Maybe a mistake which you made during your practicals, that thing stays on. And questions today are much more of a practical sort of question, because they test what would you do next, what would be your next investigation. I feel these things you understand much better once you talk to the doctors, once you go to the postings. The understanding of these things I feel become much easier.
Yeah. And that's exactly what किताब कुछ सिखा देगी, मगर वो apply करना आना चाहिए. And that's why when we generally take a lecture, it would start right from the basics, right from anatomy, maybe embryological development as well, and then take it to वही चीज clinic में कैसे दिखेगी, and that's how the lectures are built as well. Great. अब मुझे ये बताओ, जैसे हमने बोला कि कुछ दिन मन नहीं भी करता है ना, and क्या आपको लगता है कि कुछ दिन जिस दिन मन नहीं भी करता उसको एक 0 day डिक्लेयर कर दें, या कुछ करें मगर फॉर्मेट बदल दें? So जैसे आप क्या करते थे? Was it like a 0 day for you, या आप कोशिश करते थे कि नहीं यार 1 घंटा 2 घंटा कुछ तो conversion rate ho?
Well, yeah, of course, bad days and low days are always there in everyone's life. हर दिन same नहीं होता था. So my thought process in that day was ठीक है आज मन नहीं कर रहा, तो let's take a step back, chill around, watch something on YouTube, maybe watch a good series, watch a good movie maybe, and that's a good refresher, clears your mind. And maybe ठीक है as the day ends you're thinking like ठीक है चलो आज कुछ नहीं किया, तो at least solve maybe 10-15 questions.
Yes, that's what I was. Yeah.
So that can also serve as a good alternative, because you're going a little away from your routine mundane type of studying. You can always solve questions, maybe sit around with 2 or 3 friends कि चलो यार ये आज ये टॉपिक डिस्कस कर लेता हूँ, मैं तुझे ये पढ़ाता हूँ, तू मुझे ये पढ़ा दे. तो that again serves as a good way of exchange, and spend some time with family, talk to them, that freshens up, and when you come back the next day, you're in a much better space to go back to what you do normally.
Right. And that makes me ask you another question, because बड़ी important बात आपने बोली कि साथ साथ MCQ करना है ना. सो हमने वो 3rd ईयर से शुरू किया था, या 3rd ईयर में हम बस कंटेंट और कॉन्सेप्ट बिल्डिंग कर रहे थे, या हम जैसे DQB है उससे टॉपिक वाइज क्वेश्चंस लगाने शुरू कर दिए थे, हमने ग्रांट टेस्ट देने शुरू कर दिए थे. एंड मोर इम्पोर्टेंटली हर सब्जेक्ट के बाद एक क्लास टेस्ट होता है, और the onus is on you कि मुझे ये टेस्ट करना है. So how when did you, I would say, religiously started your work on the MCQs as well?
Initially I did take a few months to just watch the videos, build the concepts. So when I was in the middle of my I would say 3rd year, maybe 3rd year, that was when I just started solving the question bank as well. Initially I tried to take a parallel approach wherein I would watch a particular thing maybe before dinner and solve the related Q bank after dinner. So in that way, if something was not covered in the lecture or in the recorded session, whenever I practiced a question, maybe एक ऐसा option देखा जो मुझे लगा कि हाँ ये तो मैंने नहीं पढ़ा था.
Right.
So I used to just make a note of that. So in that way, it supplemented the videos really well. So I feel question practicing is obviously important, because at the end we are not going to watch a lecture. We are going to write an exam of 200 MCQs. So uska practice to of course ही करना ही है. And the grant test part which you mentioned, I would say that it's better that if you can start a little early, because I'll tell you what I did. I started taking grant tests from the beginning of my final year itself, which is a thing. Maybe some people may find यार इतना जल्दी क्यों grant test देना. The goal was never to see कि मेरे को कितने marks आ रहे. The initial goal in giving grant test early was to just get familiarized
with the pattern,
like how it is, how कैसा लगता है 200 question solve करके 3 घंटा बैठे रह के करने में. Because आदत छूट जाती है from the UG time coming till here. कभी-कभी we are out of the touch. So I feel that we take a initial 4 to 5 GTs doing that, getting used to the thing कि blocks का system कैसा है. Right. Like now the system of blocks. So we need to be very focused, because those 50 questions won't be seen for the rest of the exam. You just have about 50 minutes or 5 odd minutes to crack them, and you go on to the next exam. So I feel giving grant tests a little early, it definitely will give you benefits in future.
Yes, I think I completely agree with you. And एक habit formation बहुत ज़रूरी है. और जैसे आपने बोला कि right in the first go आप 200 question नहीं दे पाओगे. So you start small, and I think this is one of the key advices that जो मैं भी हमेशा देती हूँ कि it's okay, start with only 15 questions, but start. Develop the habit कि मुझे कुछ क्वेश्चन रोज करने ही करने. That's precisely, we started with the concept of daily quiz on the app. Even if it is like 5 MCQs, even if you are a second year student, just go give it. See, path का शायद कोई ना कोई तो होगा ना. So
you can always learn to eliminate options. At least quality तो develop हो ही सकता है.
और conditioning बहुत important है. और हमने देखा कि जब हमने इंट्रोड्यूस किया तो बहुत सारे बच्चे हैं जो एक्चुअली 12 बजे वेट करते हैं कि आज अब क्विज अपलोड होगी और मुझे अभी करना है. And that really helps. It becomes like a game, है ना? More than a judgment on you. वो एक गेम बन जाता है. एंड ऑल्सो आई वुड वांट टू आस्क यू कि लाइक GTs में और DQB में भी हर क्वेश्चन के नीचे हम वीडियो सोल्यूशंस देते हैं. जैसे आपने बोला समटाइम्स यू हैव रेड अ टॉपिक, मगर आपने फिर भी वो चीज़ गलत कर दी, या देयर वाज एन ऑप्शन जो आपको नहीं पता थी. सो हाउ डिड यू वर्क ऑन दैट अपार्ट फ्रॉम एडिंग इट as a part of your note? But आपको लगता है क्या video solutions really help you in learning the art of elimination?
Yeah, absolutely. Because initially when we set about starting doing MCQs, we may not, have. I feel that MCQ answering is an art which has to be mastered slowly. So it's always good to take a little bit of hand holding. So in that way, I feel the video solutions do help, because you have someone who's sitting in front of you, is working out all the options. He's highlighting that this option is not the answer because of this reason. So you need to develop that skill of reasoning, ruling out, and that once a question finishes, I know 3 reasons why this is not the answer and the reason why this is the answer.
Super. I think that's the best way to learn. और इसीलिए Dr. Sameer always says कि जब भी हम MCQs contribute करेंगे, let's say it's for a test paper or it is even for a DQB, तो वो ना हमें standing instructions देते हैं कि you have to mention why A is the answer, but also mention why B, C, D are not.
Yeah, absolutely.
And वो क्या बदलेगा कि वो answers बन जाएंगे, and that's exactly I think what you were talking about is the art of solving MCQs. Devayan, that makes me ask you something. हमने third year से GT शुरू किया, which is like a very very good habit, and I would say good habits take you really far as rank 4, not to forget in May INI-CT. So now मुझे ये बताओ कि उस वक्त में we must be doing some mistakes also, right? ऐसा नहीं है कि we would be doing a lot of correct questions. So were you reviewing at that time your grand tests? और अगर कर रहे, क्योंकि ये एक बहुत बच्चों का बहुत कॉमन डाउट है, मैम अभी GT देके क्या करें, अभी तो I've just covered 5 subjects, तो इतने सारे गलत होंगे, how will I review में बहुत टाइम लगेगा. So you know, मैं जानना चाहती हूँ टॉपर का क्या पर्सपेक्टिव रहता है रिव्यू को लेके, वो नंबर ऑफ करेक्ट को लेके, आप किस नजरिए से उसको देखते हो?
Well, I just would start by saying that solving a GT is 50%. 50% is analyzing that after.
So you're only halfway done.
Yeah, absolutely. Giving a GT is definitely a big step. Of course, hats off. But you need to sit about 2 to 3 hours after that, look at it. But yeah, reviewing the full GT may be a little exhaustive. But I, always make sure that I review my incorrect questions always, because that is the thing. The correct questions I know, कि I have read it, मुझे ये आता था तो मैंने ये आंसर मार दिया. But the incorrect questions, or maybe the questions जहाँ पे I guessed, or maybe where I was unsure between 2 options, those are the things which I used to review. Yeah, initially when I was in maybe end of 3rd year, final year, उतना अच्छे से I could not review because बाकी चीजें भी करनी होती थी. But yeah, I made it a point that at least the incorrect ones I'm reviewing. But yeah, when I came to my internship, I became a much rather serious GT reviewer, I would say. I used to go to the nitty-gritties and read the explanations, because I feel that also is very important, because you made that question incorrect, so you know that why is it incorrect, and you also get a piece of information along with it, so that in future if it comes in some other way, you're always ready to answer that question.
अच्छा, टॉपर होके ऐसे कभी नहीं मतलब ऐसा लगता है क्या, क्योंकि बहुत सारे बच्चों को ऐसा लगता है कि 3 घंटे रिव्यू करने से अच्छा एक नेटफ्लिक्स की सीरीज देख लेते हैं या घूम आते हैं. हाँ, so what are the instincts of a topper? उसमें how do you keep your priorities straight? Because मुझे लगता है it's all about the choices we make in life. And मैंने ये बोला भी था in one of the Transform series that your life is actually an average sum of choices that you have made. Maybe some good ones, maybe some bad ones, but yes, pretty much. So
so I'll just take a line from a Tom Cruise movie where the character says the same thing what you said. Our life is a sum of our choices. So yeah, we definitely need to set what our priorities are. Of course, मुझे भी लगता था कि ठीक है यार, मन नहीं कर रहा है, एक सीरीज देख लेता हूँ. But yeah, then again in the hindsight I thought, चलो, if I do it today, maybe I'll get a good rank. Maybe I'll be happy one day. And from the very start of my MBBS, in my UG AIMS exam, I did not do that well. So वो हमेशा से एक ऐसा thought था कि यार UG में तो नहीं कर पाया, चलो I'll try and doing it in PG में भी.
So this was your revenge. Yeah, success is the best revenge, isn't it?
That was always in my hindsight कि यार if अगर कर सकता हूँ, अगर if I could crack AIMS दिल्ली, यार तो मजा आ जाएगा PG में. तो maybe
so मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि I've really found out the reason. मुझे लगता है हर जर्नी के साथ बहुत सारे लोग सब एक जर्नी ही कर रहे हैं, मगर जर्नी में वो लोग ज़्यादा सक्सेसफुल होते हैं जिनका एक पर्पस अटैच्ड होता है. एंड मुझे लगता है वो that keeps you focused. And maybe this is what your purpose was, कि आप UG में कुछ नहीं अचीव कर पाए, and you made it the purpose that I'll try and be there. It was like always there behind.
Yeah, I would say in the hindsight it was always there. Of course, not very aggressive towards it, but yeah, I was also happy with what I'd done in UG. But in the hindsight, you always want to see, yeah, this I could have done, but I could not do it at that time. But yeah, that I would say that factor was always, there flickering at the hindsight. Yeah, I want to do well.
Want to do it.
Yeah, I want to get into a central institute. So that was always that factor. So that in one way that usually comes when I used to think, यार आज नहीं करूँगा नहीं कि यार नहीं करते हैं.
So everyone who's listening, if you really want to succeed, have a purpose attached to your goal, because otherwise goal काफी meaningless हो जाता है. और मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि अगर पर्पस नहीं हो तो जब आप एक बार भी when you are hard hit, आपस खड़ा होना बड़ा मुश्किल होता है without a purpose. So कोई ऐसा turning point आपकी लाइफ में भी था when you were hit hard and
well, yes, ups and downs were there throughout my journey, because from the family side, if you would say that last year my grandfather had met with a accident. He suffered from subarachnoid hemorrhage and he has not been well since. So that was definitely a jolt for me at that time, and it did hamper my studies. I was not in a good mood at that time. A little sad. He used to love me a lot. So so that was definitely a difficult phase. And
also because you're the only son.
Yeah, absolutely.
And grandparents mean a lot, especially if your parents are working and you're the only child.
Yeah, absolutely. I had a very good relation with my grandparents. That time was definitely a shocker. But, I made sure that I took some time from myself. I sat with my family. It's necessary to also support family during the tough times.
Absolutely.
But, I chose to, go back to what I was doing, because I feel that, yes, of course, we need to overcome that as well, because we cannot let that oppress us down. But of course, ups and downs will always be there. I feel the key during that time is to just keep yourself together and try to come out of it as soon as possible.
Yes, very well said. It's सबकी life में आएंगे वो areas, and it's important that we're able to come out of it.
That's more important.
Yes, I agree. Okay, so now coming back to the topper's journey. मुझे ये बताओ, आज मेरा मन नहीं करा पढ़ाई करने का, right? And I've missed a lecture. So what would you do then? हम वो lecture क्योंकि हमारे Ultimate App Live में the same lecture will also be uploaded. So वो देख लेते थे, या the Ultimate App Live will also have access to entire Back to Basics, which is the recorded version of the lectures. So उसमें से देख लेते थे, और हम क्या कुछ advance में भी करके रखते थे. For example, let's say अभी मेरा 3rd prof चल रहा है and I'm doing ENT ophthalm, मगर क्या हमने कुछ ऐसे कोशिश करी कि यार medicine भी cover कर लें, gynae भी cover कर लें? So what about that?
Yes, ma'am, because 3rd year is a time jab subjects are a little less, because I think now even ENT ophthalm is in final year, if I'm not wrong. So yes, you definitely have a lot of time, because there's 2 subjects in 3rd year. So I feel it's a very good thing that if someone is trying to complete at least one system from medicine, maybe one from surgery, a little bit of OG. We can always do that in sync with our postings. That is something I had tried doing, because we always had 1 month of surgery posting, 1 month of gynae posting. So in 1 month of surgery posting, I used to think, I can just do the GIT from surgery, because the covered भी रहेगा, तो मेरा posting के साथ मुझे understanding भी अच्छा होगा, तो ये मैं कर लेता हूँ अभी. So that is always a good way of going about it. And one more thing which my seniors had also told me, and I was preparing, is that we can do the short subjects in 3rd year.
Okay.
Short subjects are something which don't require a very long period of time. It's just a limited set of things which you can just quickly finish it about in a week or so, and keep on revising, because those are things which are volatile, so you need multiple sets of revisions for that. So I did try doing about 2 or 3 short subjects. I think I did orthopedics, anesthesia and radiology in 3rd year itself, so that by the time I come to final year, I'm not that burdened with so many subjects, and I'm in a much better space to study.
Yes. And then this is exactly why हमें लगा कि यार Ultimate App Live के साथ Back to Basics भी देना चाहिए बच्चों को, so that they can carve their path sometimes. कि भाई चलो अगर यहाँ App Live में हम path पढ़ रहे हैं, तो मे बी मुझे साथ में उसी वक्त आई वॉन्ट टू रीड एन इंटीग्रेटेड पार्ट ऑफ लेट्स से मेडिसिन या इंटीग्रेटेड पार्ट ऑफ हिमैट फ्रॉम मेडिसिन, है ना. सो वो आपके पास, सो राइट ऑन द डे वन यू हैव एक्सेस टू रिकॉर्डेड लेक्चर्स ऑल्सो, और एक लाइव भी चल रहा है जो आपकी कंसिस्टेंसी मेंटेन कर रहा है. ग्रेट. एंड नाउ लेट मी आस्क यू अबाउट योर इंटर्नशिप ईयर, बिकॉज मुझे पता है कि KEM में इंटर्नशिप काफ़ी मुश्किल है, एंड इफ आई एम राइट आपने अपने इंटर्नशिप वाले ईयर में ही ये सब अचीव किया है. सो विच इज अ फीट right? Doing it from a place with heavy internship और उसमें top ranks में इन्हीं set जैसे competitive exam में आगे आना is not a small deal. So I would want to know your curriculum in your internship क्योंकि you told me कि आप TND भी कर रहे थे online. So कब तक आपका एक बार let's say notes और course एक बार हो गया था and then you started with TND और कैसे आप सबको mix कर अपना एक दिन का internship के day का schedule बताओ मतलब एक busy day का internship का और एक free day का because very often me and Dr. Sumaya will get messages कि मैम interns के लिए बताओ we have busy internship. So I will start with one note and then I hand it over to you. मैं वैसे पूछना चाहती कर सकते हैं कि नहीं पर मुझे लगा आप you're a living example of कर सकते हैं और कर सकते हैं with like really great ranks. So tell me कि अगर कोई आपसे पूछे we are doing it from a place with heavy internship क्या हम फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में कर सकते हैं या नहीं और अगर हाँ तो कैसे?
Well, absolutely, no doubt about it. I feel that the best attempt you can give to a competitive exam is just after internship because you're in touch with your things and once that flow is disrupted you are obviously a little it's always a little difficult to come back to studying and while you're doing your MBBS you're always somehow or other in touch with books. So I feel a person's best attempt if they're focused or if they are rather very passionate towards it, it's always good that we give ourselves a serious attempt at least after our internship. Yes. So yeah, my institution always is a heavy institution because we have a big hospital with a lot of patients. So yeah. I made it a point that before I begin my internship, I just have an overview of how my internship is going to be. We had a timetable given to us.
Okay.
I feel in internship it is important to identify those postings wherein you have a leisure of time wherein the postings are comparatively a little lighter. Mark those areas and make sure that you're doing a little bit more during that time because of course everyone has heavy postings like medicine posting wherein we have night duties or 24-hour duties and after that of course it definitely takes a toll on our body like yes. We used to be tired, couldn't get proper sleep and पढ़ाई उस टाइम पे तो हैम्पर होता ही था 100% मेरा भी हुआ था आई गेस सबका ही होता है
एग्जैक्टली
तो इट्स इम्पोर्टेंट दैट वी कंपनसेट दैट लॉस इन एरियाज वेयर द पोस्टिंग इज लाइट आवर्स आर लेस वर्क इज अ लिटिल लेस सो दैट ओवरऑल व्हेन वी finish up about 10 months of internship we are at least in a space where we have at least given one read of all the subjects so that the remainder of the time we can always dedicate it for revision because I feel the more we revise the better it is. I guess that's universal.
Yes. So how did we utilize the TNDs? मतलब हम schedule follow कर रहे थे. There are 2 sets of TNDs. Discussion भी live होता है. Yeah. So how did we go about it?
Well, ma'am, the TND is something which I started utilizing more towards as my internship was ending in the last months. I feel it was a great tool for revision because I needed I personally needed a brush up of all the subjects once again just to wipe off the dust.
Right.
So the TND in that way was great. Yeah, I did attend the test when it was coming on the app, but yeah, I could not sometimes attend the discussion the day it was being recorded or when it was being shot live.
Yes.
But yeah, because duties were there and other engagements were there, but I made it a point that
बाद
में देख लेते हैं and at least if even very in crunch situation at least the questions जो मैंने टेस्ट में गलत किए हैं at least
उनके
discussion of those questions.
Yeah, right. And also at this time मतलब एक आपने अपने notes use करे जो जब आप अंडर ग्रेजुएशन में हमारे साथ पढ़ रहे थे और फिर हमने TND के साथ भी एक different form of notes दिए which is like a concise version which has updates, algorithms, next steps and ये so हमने eventually दोनों को mix कर दिया या we were sticking to one and referring back to the main notes तो कैसे किया?
Well, ma'am, like as I said earlier also, I initially spent a lot of time in my MBBS as well in building my concepts because I feel that once we build them, it's there to stay with you.
Right.
So, by the time I came to the end of my internship, there were certain areas in all the subjects, wherein I had a note of, I had to revise those things. So I just made it a point that I revise all those things because those are volatile stuff. I used to forget criteria numbers, names, updates, etc. Especially in certain subjects as well, because there are certain subjects where you don't need to hammer it that much, because you read it once, like medicine or physiology.
More of concept.
More of concept. So you have read it once, it's there with you. It's not going to change. So I just coming to that, I just used to concise down on the amount of information which is there. So just keep a set of notes which has the most volatile, the most forgettable things. So that is something I used to just keep on revising how much ever I could.
Great. Okay. And also now towards the end of the journey, है ना, जब internship fag end पे होता है and the exams are nearing down, that is again another stressful phase, because it's time to show up, है ना. तो उस time पे कैसे हमने, I would say, how did you revise at that time, right? Although we ensure that we try and make it easier for you in the form of live rapid revision हो, PYQ हो रहे हो, DVT हो रहा हो, right? So किस तरह से हमने उसको revision को plan किया?
Well, ma'am, yeah, revision is something I feel that we need to have a very crisp source or a very concise one. We cannot have a very vast source of revision. So, yes, I definitely use the feature TNDs. I watched it once when it was being shot, and I also made a note of certain things which I would want to revise in the future.
Right.
So I did revise those stuff towards the end, and one more very important thing which was conducted was the cadaveric image-based discussion session by Dr. Sandeep Madan sir. So that I watched about 3 to 5 days before my exam. So I knew that NIT was going to come. Cadaveric images do come. We hear it all the time. So that was something I have done. And there are certain sections like the DAMS emergency room, the TB HIV integrated modules. I mean, everyone knows that we will be getting
some sort very important.
Yeah, we will be getting an emergency question, a TB question, HIV question. So I just made sure that I revised those things, because it had things which were scattered in all subjects, but
integrated
brought together in one one area. So that definitely helped. And again, I would suggest everyone to just make a note of things which they forget, because a set of things which I forget may be different from a person who is forgetting a different set of things. So I
always say, wrong diary sabki apni hoti hai.
Exactly.
We cannot revise something which is there in someone else's wrong diary. It has to be unique to you, and that's how it is going to be most productive, है ना. हमेशा make a habit, कि किसमें हम strengths हैं हमारी और क्या हमारी weakness है, because the weakness is the ones which is going to take you to the next level, right? So I think that's a very, very wise thing that you say.
My weaknesses may not be the same as someone else's.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
You always need to have your own set of wrong things or the lists.
Yes, absolutely. And eventually, I want to ask you, Debayan, कि और क्या-क्या आपकी personality के traits हैं जो आपको लगता है who have things that have made you who you are, right from your third year or second year as a very focused, very dedicated person. और लोग तंग भी करते हैं कि अलग अलग फॉर्म में इसका तो आएगा हाँ, ऐसे करके स्ट्रेस आउट भी करते हैं, और कुछ ऐसे तंग करते हैं ये तो कुछ करता ही नहीं है, सिर्फ पढ़ाई करता है ना. So
well, yeah, it was always there. MBBS had its own share of fun and all that banter. So yeah, one thing I would just like to highlight that quizzes did help play a very important role.
Yes, you've been in the grey matter as well.
I was always a passionate quizzer, because our college is a very good quizzing culture. We looked up to seniors who excelled in exams and used to give quizzes with them. I always used to look up to them, because our seniors have done really well. And it was something which actually drove me towards performing well, knowing that there are huge benefits to reap.
Right.
And I feel that I was very fortunate enough to have a good company of friends around me. Yes, we did all the banter, all the poking around. We have done all that sorts. I've explored with them, I had fun with them, I went out to eat with them, and I've done everything of that. And of course we do poke each other कि हाँ भाई तेरा तो आएगा ही, फिर तू तो भूल ही जाएगा हमें जाके. We of course had that share, but again when times came, we did discuss a lot of stuff, and there are some friends whom I used to see कि यार इतना पढ़ रहा है. My roommate used to read a lot, so he's used to come back at 3 in the night from the library. So I was like, yeah भाई ये तो पढ़ रहे, चलो थोड़ा motivate होकर मैं पढ़ लेता हूँ. So that was definitely a very good source of motivation, and we used to give quizzes together. Some of the toppers whom I saw, I knew them very well from the quizzes. They were good friends. So that that way it had already, helped me a lot in, achieving.
I think वो सब एक healthy banter है और बहुत ज़रूरी है.
Because it's a long journey and you need a good set of friends.
Yes, and they act like cushions, Sometimes they'll nag you, but at other times they'll push you as well, and that's what the journey is all about, right? And कुछ ऐसी भी यादें हैं during your preparation phase जो आपको लगता है कि आप कभी नहीं भूलोगे?
Yeah, of course, a lot of fun we had. We had a lot of fun when I was in hostel. The hostel time is something I'll always carry.
I'm not going to ask in public, don't worry.
So yeah, what happens in hostel stays in hostel. So at a time of my life with my friends during my MBA, I had my own share of fun. I would not say that everything. I was always someone who was always with books. I did have my share of fun, did go out, did hang out, did a lot of things. I would also like to take this moment to, I thank my juniors as well, because my juniors also, I used to speak to them, got to know things from them, कि this subject में थोड़ा update हुआ है, because I'm speaking with someone in second year, he told नया drug आया, so yeah, they have been that way कि I'll just go back and help and just read about it. So in that way, I feel everyone has played their part in doing that little bit, giving me that little bit of info, that little discussion, or maybe that little chat on WhatsApp.
I think as a whole, you're a very approachable person. So
yeah, I always had friends, discussed with them, and I made sure that I just could take whatever I could from each of them. Like I had a friend who was very good in physiology, so I never used to read physiology, just used to go with him, had a chat for an hour and just...
Oh, look out, juniors, he was using you. No, that's great. I'm sure you're going to be a great senior as well, when you take some, you give some. So guidance, keeping them safe, helping them, I'm sure you're going to be all in all a great senior for them as well. So it's a great journey, Debayan, and I would say what I've picked up while I was discussing things for you is that you're always a person who has a plan. You're not random at all. Yes, you feel that this is the way I'm going to go forward, and you really stick to it. I mean, a lot of us do make the plans, but we may not be sticking to it. So I think you've been very, very methodical in it. कि third year से शुरू करें, कब क्या खत्म करना है. You utilize the best of the live, the best of the recorded, be back to basics. The test papers, I think you've done it all.
Yeah. Even the CBT, I have given the CBT, that was also...
Oh, so let me ask you, right, कि कैसा रहा CBT का experience?
It was definitely very helpful because, it took away that entire factor of the fear of going to the exam center. Yes. Because I had experienced it once on the day of the main exam, it just felt like I'm giving another CBT. So it just took the pressure off completely, and the INICT CBT which was conducted was definitely very helpful because it tested areas which I was kind of ignoring. So, it just gave me a stark reminder that, these are areas where you may tend to, I just went back and gave a little bit of polish in that 1 month, and it was definitely, and the level of difficulty of the CBT actually mirrored very closely to the actual entrance exam, because I remember I did not have a very great score in the INICT CBT, so that was a little demotivating for me, but when
that's why we had to give you a mock which was on the easier level to balance it out. But we need to keep it realistic. मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि there are lots of test papers in the app, so especially we say that dance हम 5 level of testing देते हैं. So there are mini tests which are like 20 MCQs. फिर class test होगा which is like 50 MCQs. Then there will be subject like which will have 100, sometimes maybe 150 MCQs. And then there will be grand test and mock test. और मुझे लगता है you should expose yourself to most of them. Because हर test का एक difficulty level अलग होता है. You keep it still around the PYTs. You don't budge a lot from that. But you change the level, and मुझे लगता है it's very important to get accustomed to both scenarios.
Absolutely.
मुझे दबायन एक और चीज़ भी पूछना है. कई बार हमें ऐसा लगता है कि easy paper आए, तो आपको लगता है कि does that always bring out the best? क्योंकि उससे आपके hopes बहुत high हो जाते हैं. शायद number of correct भी बहुत high हो जाते हैं, but rank really doesn't reflect.
Yeah, well, I feel the paper should always be of some standard quality, because that usually separates the merit and hard work from concepts like luck.
Yeah.
So when you come to this year's exam as well, like I was someone towards the end, I was always scoring somewhere around 175 current, 170 current.
That's huge, yeah.
But when it came to the exam, even when I was giving the exam, I knew that कि यार इतने correct तो नहीं होने वाले. The exam was
कितने correct थे?
I had 163 correct. So that is again, you can see like most people in most grand tests we see that the topper has 180 questions correct. But that may not always be the case.
No, that would not be. In fact, I do get those kind of messages कि मैम टॉपर के तो 180 आ रहे हैं. मैंने बोला यार relax करो. हाँ, it all depends on the difficulty level, and all you have to ensure is that yes, if you really want to be in the top scorers, we need to cross 160 consistently. Somewhere, yes, you're going to fluctuate around that score, but yeah, we need to maintain that to be in the top. I also say being in the zone of 130 to 140 is a very
absolutely
risky place because बहुत clustering है वहाँ पे. Although it's a good number of correct, I can't say it's bad, it's good, but हाँ वो थोड़ा clustering होता है. Unless the paper is difficult, तो 140 भी अच्छा है.
Yeah, I think anyone who has scored even above 155, 160 as a double digit rank, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, the paper will change. So I guess having a good standard paper is good, and I feel that we should obviously be prepared for a tough paper because that helps us balance our preparation, and I always feel that we should prepare a notch above what is expected, so that we are just prepared for a bad day if it is the case.
Right, Devayan. So, I was just saying that when you have a rank like rank 4 and you know that you can take anything that you really want to do, क्या करना चाहते हैं? You have a problem of plenty. So, have you decided what are we going to choose?
Well, not very concretely, just talking to my seniors and just taking a little bit of time to decide on that. I feel I'll come up with a decision in maybe a couple of days. So
take your time. This is the time of your life. And I think it is a decision which should be taken. Sleep over it, think over it, discuss over it, and then take the final call and the leap of faith.
Yeah.
Absolute pleasure, Devayan. I think a wonderful person, great aura, and yes, very, very, very meticulous in whatever you do. So you'll be a great doctor and definitely a very calming personality. So it was an absolute pleasure, Devayan, to have this, the discussion about your journey, and it's been really inspiring. And I'm sure it'll be inspiring for anyone who's going to listen to this.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was an absolute honor to talk to you.
Absolutely. Acha, jate koi message to all the nerds out there?
Well, studying is cool, I guess.
Yes, studying is cool. No doubt about that. And, that's the force we have. Yes, study, get better, get best, acquire skills, and you're a force in yourself. Yes, it's always cool to be in power. And we have a different level of power.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. So great journey.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
Right.